kind of seemed like you guys took a step forward against Providence and then maybe a step back here today. Kind of, where do you feel like you guys kind of came up short there?
Yeah, I didn't like how we, right from the beginning, how we set the tone or didn't set the tone defensively. And that was a credit to TCU. They put us on our heels and were more aggressive, specifically in the paint. I mean, the first two plays are lobs or plays at the rim. We give up an offensive rebound off a missed jump shot. Just things from a physicality standpoint that we have to be better at, specifically within the lane. And then we had a lot of miscommunications in the first half, and running two with the ball screener at times, and not guarding number 3, leaving him in some of the ghost screening. So things that just the attention to detail needs to be better.
You guys seem to figure them out offensively late in the first half, just they were tracking ball screens and playing everything, and then come out in the second half and it goes back to kind of where you guys started and then get out to the 10-2 run to put you guys away a little bit. What just kind of changed there from where you guys were going offensively to?
Yeah, I didn't think the first half we did very little of the first half did we do a good job of playing out of the ball screens. We had some around the rim that we threw away when we rolled, but we put no pressure on the rim out of those ball screens. And when teams are that aggressive with it, you've got to make them pay at the rim. So our ability to get out of those ball screens faster, put pressure on the rim, and not always rely on popping and changing side of the floor. I don't think we had a one ball screen roll bucket all day. So those are the things that we'll look at on film and continue to adjust and get better at, but we have to be more aggressive at the 4 and the 5, and not consistently always floating to the 3-point line. We got to start at the rim, and then the threes will come from there.
Along those lines, how do you bring that out of a group that maybe is probably described as more finesse than they are?
Keep demanding it, set expectations high, and you hold the bar high, and help each other get better and hold them accountable. We took a good step forward yesterday. Today, not good enough, and we have to be better in that regard.
Scoring wise, JB had a big day, Nick had a big day, not really much from anybody else. Kind of how do you get kind of some of those other guys more?
Just what I talked about with the aggressiveness at the rim. Our 4s and 5s have to be more assertive in the screens, setting the screens, rolling hard, completing the roll, and stay consistent with it. We're too inconsistent in terms of from possession to possession, how physical and how fast we're playing out of ball screens. So we turn the ball over, obviously, way too much. We knew that. TCU depends on that, relies on that, and we gave them a few gifts as well.
What do you feel like, you have the positive result yesterday, you have the negative result today. What do you feel like is the biggest thing you're going to take away from this week?
We have to get better. Regardless of what today, I saw a lot of things that we weren't good enough at yesterday, and there's some things that we did decently today that you get lost in the result. So we pick out the things that we have to get better at, and we accentuate all the positives and things that went well. And there's a lot of things, it's November, so I hope I don't want to play the best basketball here in November. We have to get better. We got to keep pushing forward and improve as time goes on, and we will. It's good to get knocked around a little bit and get some things exposed, because we got a long road in front of us, and we have to get better in order to keep running down that road.
The last 5 minutes, especially when you guys turned to press, what did that group, starting 5 plus Carrington, just show you from a toughness and fight standpoint?
Yeah, it allowed us to switch a lot of that stuff and spread the court even more. So it was more from a defensive standpoint. Can we handle some of the ball screens, switch things, and cover up some of the dribble drive, put more pressure on, we're more mobile, obviously, and then our ability, obviously, offensively to really spread the floor and create driving lines. And we had some opportunities there to chip away at that even better. I'll look through the possessions of, I think we had some turnovers we didn't convert when we were able to turn them over and get them to miss. So when you're making a comeback like that, you have to have everything go right offensively. You have to knock down some shots, and so they just turned up the pressure and they played hard.
You were mentioning the positives. Mm-hmm. Blackwell threw 8 fouls, kind of. After maybe a quieter day yesterday, is that kind of one of the things that maybe you can take away as a silver lining?
Yeah, he was aggressive. I think that's the one thing. Nick was too. Nick turned the ball over too much, but I like the aggressiveness of those two. Now we gotta fine tune some of the things. They get in there. We had shooters open on the perimeter. We force some things sometimes at the rim too. We need to get in there, draw the defense, pivot, find shooters on the perimeter. So just it's all things that we can learn. Everything that didn't go well today, we can correct and we can get better at. So that's our intent.